Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to a whole new season of Arrow, Season 3 videos that I'm going to be doing all season long. It's Episode 1, Season 3 of Arrow already. I can't believe it, guys. Summers went so quick, and we're back already for Season 3. And wow, what a great episode. This episode's called The Calm. So this is episode 1. We're got a long haul of episodes coming up this season, and wow, already that shocking ending of episode 1 already. Already they kill off a character, and it's one of my favorite characters too, Sarah. It just shocked. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I was so happy to see her too. I was like, "Wow, there she is. She's back." Yes, just out of the blue. It was just like it was kind of shocking for that too. It's like, "Wow, where did she come from? Didn't she just?" The end of season 2, we see her leave. She gives the jacket to Laurel, and then she leaves. And now on episode 1, she's suddenly back, and then it was just out of the blue. It was very weird, but I was happy to see her there. I was like, "Yes, finally," you know. There she is, and then they killed her off. I couldn't believe it. I was very shocked. I did not see that coming. So I mean, the question is now is who did it? Who done it? Who done it? I mean, it could be a whole slew of different possibilities, speculations. I mean, it could be Merlin. It could be Thea, which all these are just wild speculation, but. I've even heard somebody say it might be Roy under the Mirakuru effect still, that, he's, still under that effects. It could be actually Oliver himself under the effects of the vertigo drug that he was under this episode, and maybe he went a little nuts. So, I mean, that could be a possibility. I mean, it could be Ra's al Ghul. That's a big possibility that it's Ra's al Ghul. It wouldn't have been Nyssa. Because she, very much cared and loved Sarah. So it's, a distinct possibility that it could be Ra's al Ghul. We know Ra's al Ghul's coming this season. He's going to be in this season, so it could be that. I mean, she knew who it was anyway. She knew. I mean, her reaction was she knew who it was. So we'll just have to find out. I can't wait until to episode 2. Maybe we can find out finally. Because it's just crazy. So, but yeah, this episode, I really enjoyed this episode, as always. I found it great. It had its flaws. There's no doubt about that. It seems like every episode has a flaw here and there. I mean, the Hong Kong stuff, I don't know really what to say too much about that. It's still early on. I don't know how I feel about the 2 Japanese characters that they got, and I'm blanking on their names right now. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I'm sure that they're the ones that teach him how to fight and everything. So it's going to be a long haul all season with that for sure. And then there's the other flaws in this episode was the villain that they had. I don't know what his name was, but. He had the vertigo, and he kind of switched it around to make it almost like a Scarecrow type vibe where, he was drugging them and then they were seeing their worst fears. It kind of reminded me of Scarecrow, and I thought it was kind of strange that he was kicking Oliver's ass. It's just like Oliver's just like world-class fighter, and then this dude's like beating him up, and taking him out. I thought that was kind of strange. I thought the scene where he was setting up that bomb in the arena out in plain sight of everybody, somehow nobody noticed that he was setting up this gigantic, huge bomb. I thought that was weird. Another weird scene was when he fired the missile, when the dude fired the missile through the building where Oliver and Felicity were eating, and somehow that didn't damage them. I don't know how that explosion didn't kill them. But then Oliver carries her back to the basement, back to the cave, or the Arrow cave, or whatever it is, and she's like bleeding and everything, and it's like you should have took her to the hospital, and then his excuse was, I just didn't want to answer any questions. Okay, so I thought that was really weird. And then she just like pops up within a matter of minutes or whatever, and she just cleans herself off, and like no scars or cuts or anything, and she's I thought that was very weird. That was bad, actually. That was very bad. But other than that, I mean, I did enjoy the episode. I thought it was good though, and uh, I mean, you have the whole Detective Lance thing, who's now the captain. I mean, he seems to be okay, but he's still having some effects here and there. He's popping pills, and maybe he's going to switch to like Laurel was in season 2, popping these pills and being depressed and all this. So I liked how they made him a captain finally, and he's basically rescinded the order to capture the Arrow, and now they're working together, and found that awesome. I love how you see Diggle is maybe taking a back seat now because he has his daughter now, and they got that whole thing going on there. So we'll see how that turns out. Maybe something happens to the baby this season. That should be strange. I mean, that's going to be really nail biting if something happens to the kid. But we shall see. We have the whole Roy situation still. Now he's got the whole suit and everything, which is, the suit's awesome looking. But that's another weird thing, is that suddenly he's like this world class archer. But he's going around and he's jumping around and he's shooting the arrows within 5-6 months, and suddenly he's this world class archer. But it's just, that's a little nitpicking thing. But he didn't say very much again in this episode. They have him saying very little. So I still don't know how I feel about the whole Roy character. I mean, he doesn't do much, really. He's not my favorite. He's not my favorite. He's there, but I do like the suit, and maybe I'll warm up a little bit more to him as the season goes on. But he's not very popular for me. I mean, but Felicity, they have the whole Olicity thing going on for the fans. I mean, you can come down to say, well, they have great chemistry. They do have great chemistry, but I hate the fact that they're pushing them to be a couple. I hate that aspect of it. I think they're much better as friends, and her having like a crush on him and that whole thing. I love that, but I hate how they're pushing what the fans want, and this, like, them to get together and be a couple. I find that so ridiculous. And I think they did this for the fans. They showed them get together, they had dinner and whatever, and then they broke it off, and then that was it. So hopefully that'll be it for that, because I'm not a big fan of those two getting together and being a couple. I love her character. She's gorgeous. I love her character, but I do not want them two to get together. I just find that so ridiculous, and I think they have better chemistry as friends. I really do. And the same way with Laurel. I mean, he doesn't have to get together with Laurel either. The Laurel character has been kind of useless as well, kind of like the Roy character. They're trying to do more with her, and it seems like they're going, now with Sarah Death, they're going to push that whole Canary thing. That they're going to really nail that now that Sarah's died. She witnessed Sarah dying, holding her in her arms at the end there. So something's going to push her. It seems like they're going to try to push her towards being the Canary and taking over that role. It just doesn't seem very realistic that suddenly she's going to pick it up and then be this badass, So I don't find that very believable. Maybe if they have her throughout the whole season being one thing, trying to find out this identity, maybe trying to dabble in things and find out who killed her, and being very, kind of like this, she's pissed. She wants to find out who killed her sister throughout the whole season, and then eventually work its way up to her being the Canary. Maybe saying next season, well, it's 5 years has passed or something, or and then suddenly she's, maybe she goes away, maybe she goes away, and then they pick it up 5 years later, and she comes back, and she's, or 2 years later, 3 years or whatever. They can switch it around, and then say she's been with the League of Assassins or something, and now she's working, she's the Canary now, That would be more realistic than saying, well, suddenly Laurel, this frail little chick is, she's a badass now. I mean, it doesn't seem very realistic to me, but we'll see how they write it, and we'll see how it goes. But it should be very interesting. I'm very excited for this season, and this episode was very good. I know I'm probably missing something, but from what I can remember, I mean, the Barry Allen, the crossover with the Flash. I would have liked to have the Flash episode after Arrow, because it seemed like in the timeline it seemed it would work a little bit better. But they had the Flash episode first, and then then they have Arrow. But that was kind of strange how they had that weird spot in there. But other than that, I mean, this episode, man, that whole ending shocked me. Big shock, guys. Huge shock. But hey, we got a long season. I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, with Arrow, it seems to be evolving, and it seems to stay good. It seems, you always worry about these seasons being bad, suddenly being good, and then the next season come back and they suck. But hey, I mean, so far, I mean, it looks like it's picking up right where it left off, so I'm happy. I love all the gadgets that he has as well. That fold-up bow that unfolds, that was awesome. So many cool things. He's got the arrows working, all the different gadgets. I love it. I love it. So can't wait to see what happens in episode 2 now. I'm sure Oliver's going to be so mad that Sarah's died. And that revenge is coming, guys. The revenge is coming. So I can't wait to see Ra's al Ghul to see who killed Sarah. Merlin, maybe. Who knows? I mean, we'll see. I can't wait to see all the characters come back, because we know Merlin's going to be a regular character eventually. I know he's going to be a regular character. John Barrowman is going to be a regular character on this season of Arrow. So we shall see, guys. But that's it for me, guys. Episode 1 in the books already. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this episode, what you think's coming in this season of Arrow. I'd like to see your comments. Also like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate the support. But that does it for me, guys. Episode 1 in the books. That's it for me, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you on episode 2. Take it easy, guys.